As you can see, I have more Lego boxes in my house right now than what my wife would like. And honestly, I'm not sure all of them are worth keeping. So today, I'm finally figuring this out once and for all, which boxes are actually worth the space and which ones are costing me money by existing. I'll tell you right now, the answer is not just keep everything or throw them all out. There is a line, and most people draw it in the wrong place. Before we get into boxes, you need to answer one question honestly, and it changes everything about how you should handle this. Are you keeping sets to enjoy, or are you keeping sets to sell? I know everyone says both, but when you're staring at a closet full of cardboard, both is not a strategy, it's avoidance. If you're a builder, someone who opens, builds, displays, and lives with their Lego, the box equation is completely different than if you're sitting on sealed inventory waiting for retirement prices. Different goals, different rules. If you're holding sealed sets, whether for investment, gifting, or just because you haven't gotten to them yet, this one's pretty simple. The box is the product. A sealed Lego set with a crushed, sun-faded, or torn box is worthless than one in mint condition, obviously. For high-value sealed sets, box condition can swing the price by 20 to 30%. So if you're in the sealed game, store flat if possible, keep them out of direct sunlight, UV damage is real, use a temperature-controlled space, not a garage or an attic, and do not stack heavy sets on top of smaller boxes. If you're treating sealed sets as assets, treat the box like part of the asset. You wouldn't crease a stock certificate, would you? Now the real debate. You've built the set, it's on your shelf, the box is somewhere. Should you keep it? Here's what most people believe. A used set with the box is worth more than one without. And technically, that's true. But let's talk about how much more. For most built sets, having the box might add $10 to $20 on resale. And that's only if the box is in decent shape. Meanwhile, that same box has been taking up space in your closet for 2 years. If you have 30 built sets, that's 30 boxes eating up closet space, a shelf, a corner of the room. So here's the real math that nobody does. What is that storage space worth to you? If you're in a small apartment paying real money per square foot, a stack of empty Lego boxes is expensive real estate. If you've got a basement with room to spare, that's a different story. But most people aren't doing that math. They're keeping the box out of feeling and not logic. The box makes the collection feel complete, official, finished. Feelings aren't a storage strategy, and feelings definitely don't pay the rent. Unless you're a therapist. Let me make this even clearer on how resale works. When someone buys a used Lego set, built, complete, with instructions, they care about 3 things. Are all the pieces there? Are the instructions included? And is the price right? The box? It's a bonus, not a deal breaker. When I spoke with a local reseller, they said the box really doesn't matter in terms of selling a used set. A fully built set gives them more information in regards to the price that they're willing to offer. The reason? Because they can see instantly that all the pieces are represented. Now, are there exceptions? Absolutely. Iconic box art, retired exclusive sets, those are worth keeping. But that's maybe 10% of a typical collection, not 100%. At this time, I keep every box temporarily for a couple of reasons. When I buy a set, the box stays for a limited time. I might need it for content, unboxing footage, thumbnails, or as a visual background. The box has a job, but for normal folks that don't build Lego sets on YouTube, you should evaluate it as such. Keep the box if the set is sealed, the box art is iconic, it's a premium or exclusive set where completeness matters for resale, and lastly, if you have a specific buyer or gift recipient in mind. Recycle the box if you've built the set and it's part of your permanent display collection. The box is generic, or you're running out of space. By the way, you're running out of space. The sets I keep for my personal collection, if I love it enough to display it permanently, I don't need the box. The set itself is the point. Everything else, I sell or gift the full package. The set, the instructions, and the box. To that point, if you get rid of a box and you have a set that you want to disassemble, what's to say you can't put the pieces in a gallon-sized Ziploc, include the instructions, and store everything in a Rubbermaid bin that is light and airproof? If you have other useful ideas or options, please let us all know in the comments. We want to hear from you. So, should you keep Lego boxes? If it's sealed, protect the box and the set inside. If it's built and rare, you might want to think about keeping the box. But, be honest, why? If it's built, let the box go, man. Your space is worth more, and of course there are always exceptions, but those are usually due to the idea of reselling. Collect intentionally, store intentionally, and don't let cardboard run your house. If you want to know more about getting more Lego with less money, that video is right here. As always, subscribe for Lego time-lapse, stop motion, real-time builds, and for more content like this. See you next time.